Welcome to the Queen City of Cincinnati, and one of the most historic venues in all of college football. Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Beavers will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcats offense will take the first swing of the game. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bearcats in the hurry-up. Going up top on first down. Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. They'll try to snap it quickly.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Looking to pass. It's Gibbs. Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off at the goal line. Bringing it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the tailback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to the run. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good idea.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're just about ready to kick it away.
10, Cincinnati, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. Defense just cradling that fumble and security.
Right.
Was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
Wow.
And the defense comes
Over
with
here, man. Defense, they got a point to prove.
Just get there. Try to
They ain't been Cincinnati yet.
Get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the
Chainsaw Hour.
not content to get the ball.
You
They
see
wanted
it.
to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
To the air. It's Gibbs. He's got his man. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Bearcats will hustle to the line.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's got it again. At the 35, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Get it out on the screen. And they knocked
Come on,
him
big
down,
boy.
but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. And if things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. Fires to the middle. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
On second down, wants to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. The Beavers will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. He makes the connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Beaver! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with you boys.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
Well, I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They'll try the run. Still running at the 40. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second and short now after that completion. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Got his man on the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He wants to throw it again. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Loss of 8 yards on the play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Wide open downfield.
Give him the
He
wrong man.
is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cut down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
24, Cincinnati, 14.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate.
Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab on the right. Off he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are back.
Reds. Wow. Good luck charm. Chainsaw Hour.
Defenses just can't contain this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Southern. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Gibbs. It's caught downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, they'll take to the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Working on the right. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Oregon State.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
Oregon State 34, Cincinnati 14.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Cincinnati. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Nippert Stadium.
The Bearcats will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Offense set on first down. They'll open this third quarter with a run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He makes a catch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
They're working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He'll just keep slinging it. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second and goal for this offense. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Push down for the tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Wants to go up top. Gets rid of it. Touchdown, Beavers! And the pummeling has started.
Match day.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Giving him his pads. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Gibbs. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Bearcats are threatening in the red zone. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And that is just what you wanted. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss. Put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
41, Cincinnati, 21.
Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And now they've moved into the red zone. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Oregon State! And the route is on.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the... They push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Pitt looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 24 to Kentucky.
Gets it out quickly.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen,
thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell Pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a pass.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back to throw, it's Gibbs. Using the quick game. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the running back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go to the ground. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Gibbs. He wants it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing and making life so hard in this offense.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
How about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football. They stick to what they do well. They know where the 1st down mark will be.
Touchdown, Bearcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Now adjusting. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away.
Fires deep toward the end zone.
Bro.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly out to the tight end. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Beavers are threatening on 1st and goal. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB.
Touchdown, Beavers! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Got his man in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Finds his back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out route. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field. Rally.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball? And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple of touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because
they got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. First down here for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
it didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And Now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, calls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
And is slipped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort. Getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Second down.
Looking downfield, it's Gibbs. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Bounced off his feet. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to throw on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking for a big play. Fires into traffic, picked off.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Fires to the right. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play.
Timeout, Oregon State.
So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. He wants to throw. Working that left side now. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes